Space engineers.
Space engineers.
Hey.
Space.
Hi.
I don't know. I was gonna go for something bigger then.
Space. The final engineers.
The final engineers.
Ah, so happy we finally have the exploration update, even though we won't be utilizing it for a while.
Well, we can kind of
many
go out,
things.
right? We're gonna go out. We're just not gonna leave completely, right? That's what we
Not
decided.
yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We got stuff. We got ships to build before we can head out on our like Voyager-esque quest. Can we take a wormhole, get lost, and spend the whole season trying to get back to our base?
I think if we ever lose our base, we'll never find it again.
It'd be kind of
Unlike-
fun.
That's
like-
what they fought with. That's what they fought with Voyager, but they got there in the end.
That's right. And they destroyed the Borg, and
Yeah,
ruined the
man.
whole franchise.
Exactly. Exactly, man. That's what we'll do. Is we'll get back and we'll ruin a franchise.
I think you're forgetting that we are the Borg in this case.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I miss our old collapsible door. That was a good one. It's definitely my favorite of the doors.
Collapsible door? You mean the door that you threw into space?
The door that I pressed open and it just
And it went on its own journey?
was the best. Yeah, it's out there somewhere, man. The door's out there.
I really enjoyed the one that was also a weapon, which is the one that you referred to, Ko, as the launch door.
I think we're all talking about the same door. Oh boy. So we need resources. We need cobalt
Mhm.
Yeah,
if
we
we're going to
do.
finish this thing, and we need to start using.
I think we could finish it without cobalt unless we need more thrusters than it already has.
We're going to need thrusters on the other end, but yes, you're right.
Okay.
Ah, door, man. How long did that door take us? Like 7 episodes?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it did. You know, our beacon on this thing is incomplete, and I don't know where it is.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah,
Oh no, we're gonna get lost inside of the.
I have crawled inside it here. I'm not sure. I don't remember placing a beacon.
I was trying to look for the
Oh,
beacon.
here it
before
is.
actually outside.
Yeah, here it is. It's incomplete. It's missing some
Detector components.
radio
Or-
communication
yeah, that.
components.
Yeah,
Never
where is
finished it. It's right here.
They're heavy.
Was that it? The pink thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those radio communications are a nightmare.
We need 29 radio communication components.
All right.
Do we have any anywhere?
Wait, is all
Probably
this
on
stuff
the main
on
base.
Is all this stuff on?
Is it on?
Sounds like it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's on. It's just not got anything to do. That's all.
Okay.
No. Here comes another meteor shower. Hooray!
So both turrets appear to work without with just a solar panel powering them.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. Yeah, we finally built solar panels. We took all the stuff out of them. So pretty good.
Yeah, it says current output still 6.04 kilowatts. So yeah, guess that's all we need.
All right.
One solar
We're
panel.
gonna have to work. We have to work super diligently to get all this shit done.
Indeed, yeah.
All right. We're doing right now.
Radio components. Do we
Radio
have any?
components? Okay.
Main base.
Do we all need to go get radio components?
Nope.
We just need 29.
Actually, how many can you carry per person?
It's like 24, I think. So.
Oh, just to go back to the shitty base, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you can do that. I hate that. I hate that place so much.
I'm putting a solar panel with the shield right now. I'm busy. I call busy.
All right, I'll go back to the base if you weld the things that need welding, Milby.
I will weld the
There's-
things that need welding.
Yeah, gyroscopes that need done in there, and the walls. There's places all over the sides of this thing that need patched up.
Yeah. Had some issues with asteroids. And...
We need another couple of shields, which I assume Good is on.
Yeah, I'm putting a solar panel on this one shield now.
Okay. And then at some point we do need to do a Jody run, which I assume we're all going to do together since it basically stops the entire server from running anyway.
I don't know. Is it? I thought it was just if you were near it.
I think Good was away from it one time and was not
Remember.
good. I don't remember
God,
either.
that's so loud. Why are the sound effects so loud?
Do you hear Milby?
Yeah, we don't seem to have radio components here.
Maybe I could just turn you guys up in Skype.
Oh, I have some in the good actually. Goodsy, not in the good. That'd be weird.
In the good.
Got
In
some inside the
Goodsy?
good.
Which Goodsy?
The one I heard about the shields.
Meteor storm
Oh,
inbound.
okay. I will come back out to you then.
Sorry. Did not
Sorry.
think I had those in me. Like, these meteor storms have definitely gotten more
Frequent?
prevalent. Yes, yeah.
They're
frequent.
very, very frequent. Good lord. It's just non-stop right now.
Hey, what'd you do, guys? Fiddle with the asteroid? You fiddling with the asteroid? You piss the asteroids, touch the asteroid's daughters? You piss them off?
Touch the asteroid's daughters in the barn.
Yeah, you touched them in the barn, didn't you? I told you not to do it. Told you not to go near Crusher. You did anyway.
Oh man, I hope we don't get pummeled. We have so many guns now.
What am I missing?
Radio. Here we go.
I'm not missing anything, they're just not welding. Okay, that's cool.
That happened a lot to me last session. There's something weird going on with the welding recently.
Well, maybe now they are missing. Oh, no. Okay, they can. Come, gyroscopes. Weld! Gyroscopes.
Damn it. I can only carry 27. Go
Yep.
figure.
Yep. I knew it was something like that. That's why it's not finished. It's because they're so fucking heavy.
I'm gonna have to
Just
come back
too
out to
lazy.
get 2.
This is exactly how we were like, oh, we'll just do it later, man.
Well, it's a good thing we can squeeze in there, because otherwise that thing would not be getting built.
You have to, like, take
Man.
the... It's like replacing a headlight in a
So-
Volkswagen.
Packed in there.
Now I was telling you guys before we started recording how I spent a whole day just watching Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do. It's like a film.
Oh, don't
awesome.
tell me anything. I still have not gotten around to
You
playing
still
that.
played to it. Oh, you're making your way film on stream, weren't you?
I was playing the first one, the GameCube remake, on
I like the
Steam.
GameCube remake.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, I've got
Fucking hell, with these meteor storms today.
That's back to back right there.
Yeah.
We just had one.
Live editing right there. Switching watermarks. I had my Binding of Isaac watermark on.
So we're not playing Bind of Isaac right now, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Somehow, I thought we were.
Alright, I'm coming out to come get my 2 radio communication components.
It was a very weird day though. I spent the whole day there watching it. Oh, another one, Jesus Christ. And I was just like, man, this is such a good. Just made me want to play the game again. 8 hours of just cutscenes.
That's crazy.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the Metal Gear Solid style of storytelling.
Oh, I love it, man. Love it. I actually why I play this game. I don't give a shit about the gameplay. I just like the story. I actually like when I played 4. I was like, okay, so I got to do gameplay now. Oh man, I just want to watch more fucking story. Man, I gotta get for these slog for these gameplay sections so I can just get some more story.
That was the reward back in the day. Was you'd get to a certain point and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's time for a FMV.
Mm.
God, I remember Final Fantasy 9 or no, wait, sorry, 7, thinking that was like the best video start of any game ever, and when you look at it now, it's so bad. It's like,
Oh yeah, they actually at the end of Crisis Core, which is like a prequel to Final Fantasy 7, they do like a re-updated version of the intro
oh really?
at the
Is it
end.
the one that they used as a like the PS3 demo graphics thing?
No. This is just like, well, it's slightly different, but it looks a lot prettier, and you definitely like, wow, yeah. They really should just redo that game. I was actually watching someone stream Crisis Core the other day. This guy's doing his Final Fantasy month, and I was watching them play it, and I was like, man, I forgot how much I enjoyed this. I actually do like, as much as I bag on Final Fantasy 7 because I think it's old and dated, I do like the story for it. I just really wish if they just redid it, I think I'd like it more.
But yeah,
Hmm.
a redone version of like an actual HD.
Yeah, I think I'd appreciate it more then, because I can't get quite past how dated it feels when I play it now.
Right.
Ah. But the storyline, it's good. I like it. I
feel like that's one they'll eventually redo, right? Like, because they've put it on everything ever, and they know it's like the best ever.
They said they won't do it until they find a game that surpasses it, according to them. Until they make a game that surpasses it.
That's
in
dumb.
their eyes.
So,
It's
okay.
in their eyes, so
Wow.
whatever that means.
Okay. So this is a game that was the most beloved game ever, but until we can top it, we're not going to touch it
Personally,
anymore.
I think they've topped it, but before in other games. But that's just me saying someone who didn't play it when it first came out. I thought at first they said they wouldn't do it until they'd run out of ideas, which I thought they would have already done by now. Then. But apparently it was until they feel like they've made a game that's better than it, they won't redo it. I was like, just fucking do it. You know you'll make money on it. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Man. That's like, you might as well just, you basically creating a bank.
Maybe they're just waiting until they really need money and they'll be like, that'll be our savior.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to do, though.
I'm
And-
sure. But if you would,
Yeah,
the
they
return
probably-
on investment would be worth it, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to say.
You
It's
don't
hard to
know.
say because the gaming landscape has changed pretty significantly since the days of
when
Final
they-
Fantasy VII.
You know when they did that little PS4 thing they said they were really re-releasing the original PS1 on PS4. People's reaction to that was like, fuck, like when they first thought it was like being remade. They went fucking crazy,
Meteor storm
and then they were
Yeah.
like, "Ah, you fucks." I don't
But-
think anyone would believe them if they actually said they were doing it now.
You have to be careful about like nostalgic reactions like that and stuff. And I think that probably the biggest thing is what are you out of? Steel plates?
Yeah.
Yeah, figures. I'm out too.
No,
The
to the base.
blah 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 blah. Oh, JRPGs have kind of died in the meantime.
Well, that's because they've just been the same thing every fucking time, really. haven't they?
I
They
haven't
were
seen
like
a really
Ni no.
good one. Ni no Kuni was probably the closest I've seen to one that I thought I could really get
Listen,
into.
I love Ni no Kuni. Hate the end, but I love the game.
I don't know how it ended.
Oh, don't finish it.
I didn't actually play it. I was just watching Beef play it, actually.
Oh, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game. For it was really well done. It was written. This lovely soundtrack. The art was amazing, and the end was just fucking atrocious. But no, JRPGs have just been stuck in this sort of rut for a long time. And there's now and then you get ones that are like kind of break the mold a bit, but they've kind of like had that formula that's worked for a very long time, and now people have been like. And so I guess I could see why they might be wary about making Final Fantasy VII. Like, they don't make Final Fantasies like that anymore. The way they play now is totally different. Hell, I mean, the new one's going to be a Kingdom Hearts battle system. So
Yeah, I think that mostly they've moved towards a more actiony, dynamic style of gameplay, haven't they?
yeah,
And
I actually like
abandoned
that.
the turn-based stuff.
Yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts combat style, so I'm all for that. I don't
Yeah,
like-
see,
I
to
don't
me,
like
that's an
turn-based.
entirely different game, though. That's not the same kind of game.
Yeah, I know
But
what
you
you
can,
mean.
you can
I
love that all
definitely
you
see-
like, but it's
Yeah, I definitely know
that
what
puts
you
it
mean.
more in like another category of game.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean by that. Like, it definitely feels like they might as well just get rid of the Final Fantasy. Like, they might as well not use the Final Fantasy logo. They're just using it to
Right.
sell it at that point.
Like the evolution is so where it started and where it's ended up are so dramatically different now. It's kind of weird. Like there
Yeah.
was
No,
the
I
thing
can
I
see-
think I liked a lot was when you had the sort of fiddly number stuff, which I can understand maybe people not liking that much.
What do
But
you
I
mean
like
by
the
fiddly
progression
number
of
stuff?
where you build up a character.
Yeah, that's just
through-
like the
yeah.
metagame, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you send that like
The
min
materia
maxing your
and all that
stuff,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
again, yeah,
And-
you know, you like
They've kind of automated all that in the newer stuff where it's like you're not even really hardly involved, you know?
well, and then they have like an auto equip most
Right. Best
auto equip
stuff.
most best stuff, yeah. Which is always I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to fuck around with this stuff. But it's
Right.
also like I can see you from a point like well,
if you like that stuff, then you got
Yeah,
screwed.
yeah.
Like if you liked the traveling over the world map, you're done. If you liked the fiddly number stuff, you're done. You know, all that stuff has been slowly but surely removed, and it's been switched over to a more action-y focus where you don't have to do any of the stuff that's like fiddly.
It's more story focused.
Yeah, you don't have to
Like,
explore. You don't
yeah.
have to.
It's like very like
It's like Devil May Cry, but Final Fantasy.
yeah.
I think that's why I like Final Fantasy Tactics was probably my favorite of all of it.
Oh yeah, Tactics
the
is the
metagame.
most fiddly. That's
Yeah.
It went fiddly.
Yeah, I love it. I've always wanted to make a new one of those too.
Never played the. Did you play the one on the PSP?
Or do you mean wait, the War of
was there
Lions?
Yeah, War of the Lions.
Storm inbound.
Was that different?
I
I
don't
don't
think.
know. I don't know. I mean, I
I
don't
think
know.
it was like sort of an Ultimate Edition or something like that.
Yeah, that's
kinda.
how I saw it. Yeah, I didn't actually buy that.
Can't remember because I didn't play it really. I think I have it,
No.
but I never really had the time to sit down and play it. But I think it is just like a remake.
Yeah, that's what I thought it
The
was. If it's a new Star,
Tactics
it'd be sick.
Advance is a modern, new
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics. Like that's a totally different story and game.
What's that? When did that come out? I may have not
Long
played that.
time ago. Tactics Advance that was on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
It's way old now.
that was all it was on. Was on the Game Boy Advance.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think it ever came out on anything else.
Lame.
Then there's a whole other branch of Final Fantasy in the Crystal Chronicles stuff. There's
I
a
like
whole
those.
bunch of- yeah.
I like the first one with friends. That was kind of fun.
Unfortunately, I never got to really play and enjoy that one.
Yeah,
but
no,
it was cool.
There was
yeah.
people. There was people that weren't really. They did a whole. Then they did a whole weird spin off of that that I just never bothered getting to. But I like the first one. I like the idea of it and stuff like that. It was fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot more action based as well. I guess I just lucky. I don't mind the way they've gone because I don't mind the action stuff. So I'm one of the lucky ones that don't mind it.
Another thing that I really enjoyed about those games that they sometimes had, sometimes didn't, was like any sort of world progression stuff where things would change and you had a hand in it, you know? There was a particular Breath of Fire game where there was something with Skies of Arcadia had this too, and I
love Skies of Arcadia. See that I say I don't like turn-based stuff, but every now and then I like turn-based stuff, and I love
Skies of Arcadia is just amazing.
That was like
and
that
beautiful.
fulfilled my adventure
Yeah.
thing. I love that game. It's so huge.
Well, you know the whole bit where you build a town.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. That was so
Yeah.
cool. Where you're like,
Oh, you played Dark Cloud.
no, I didn't
Or,
really play that one. For some reason, I recall. I feel like Dark Cloud
You
was a
would
pile
like
of
Dark
shit.
Cloud. The other one was weird as well. The newer version,
Okay.
Dark Chronicles, something like that. I think if that's like the whole system is you do, the dungeon stuff where you go into dungeons, sort of randomly generated, but then sort of, I don't know what the word is, dungeon diving, and then you
Right.
like get stuff and build up a town and stuff like that. That's the whole gist of the game.
Huh.
And
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure whether or not I would like it on its own, like with too much focus on it. But I like it as an aspect of a larger living world. I know that much.
like ActRaiser, that was fun.
That one I have, but never really spent too much time with, unfortunately.
Oh, I loved Actor. I never played it when it was new, when it was like first out. Played it like years later on an emulator, and I was like, man, this game is the shit.
That's an Enix game, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, so like a really old. Enix
They made a whole shit ton of RPGs. They tried all kinds of crazy stuff, tons of stuff.
Yeah,
There's
I get
weird
sucked
stuff
into
in it.
those build a town things, and like have like Harvest Moon. I enjoyed that sometimes. I'm just like, I get to build a farm and chill out, and then I get really frustrated because I find the game super annoying because I can never make good fruit or whatever. But I like the idea.
I wish I had that one, man. Unfortunately, the Harvest Moon games have become holy grail games, I guess. I suppose I could just play it on emulator, but I like to play the real deal.
I have this one on the GameCube. It was called like It's a Wonderful Life, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones. It's like totally different than the other ones play. I like that one.
That one's fairly reasonably obtainable, thankfully.
Yeah, I know the 64 one was kind of hard to get a hold of. I think it was.
That one might as well be made out of solid gold. Super Nintendo one as well.
Oh, and there's a Super Nintendo one. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I had the Super Nintendo one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You own a very
I didn't have any
high
idea
price
that was rare.
collector's title. Yeah, I shouldn't have told you. I should have said I'll buy that off you for $10.
Well, I wouldn't sell it.
Well, there you go. But yeah,
You know what feels like the rarest fucking Super Nintendo game I own, and I don't know if it's rare at all, but it's Bill Lambert's Combat Basketball. Ever heard of that? Like, I've never in my entire life met anyone else that owns that game, and I loved that game when I was a kid, but I don't know anyone that owns it. Does anyone of you ever heard of that game?
I have actually.
Okay.
It's like it's kind of like a joke. It's considered a joke by everybody.
Really? It's a fun game.
Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. If you, it's just loose, right? It's not new, right?
Yeah. No, none of my. It's got like my initials carved into the logo. In fact,
Oh,
all my Nintendo games have that when I was a kid because I go over to a friend's house or whatever and stuff.
Oh God. Oh, how horrible.
How horrible! You sound like you're just fucking devastated. I'm like, I'm not phased.
Well, that's like as a collector of these things, you know, the worst thing that you can find is where somebody's mom like wrote their kid's name all over the label. Just like, why'd you have to write it on the label? Or they use permanent marker on the cartridge itself, or just ugh. I mean, some things can be fixed, but some stuff can't.
I have my F-Zero cartridge and my Teenage Mutant, or not cartridge, but box. I think the only two boxes I have is F-Zero and then Turtles in Time.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I mean, but even those, you know, my initials are still carved into the logo.
Oh God.
that's awesome. I love it.
I
can feel Ko squirming like, why?
I have all these old, like, my dad always put my initials into my action figures, their feet, with like a soldering iron or something. And so I have like
Toy Story stuff.
Well, yeah, except, you know, that was with like a marker, but yeah, this was like, you know, it's like actually melted into their feet basically. And so like I have all these old like Star Wars figures. Like I have Chewbacca sitting on my desk over here from the original like Star Wars action figures, but yeah, it's got my initials melted into the feet.
Oh man.
Oh damn. That's so funny. You should just show that stuff to like collectors and like being like, oh, and then just show them the initials and then just watch it.
They're like, ah!
Well, there don't appear to be a lot of them available right now, but you could probably fetch 150 at least for a loose copy of Harvest Moon, any condition.
Wow.
Well, almost any condition. Obviously, if it's really fucked up, you're probably going to have a harder time.
Shit. Probably
Yeah.
not a great idea.
Yeah, if it's in reasonable condition and it works, you could probably get 150 for that. If it's complete in box, you're probably looking at maybe $300, $400. And if it were brand new, you'd be talking about like thousands of dollars.
Really? Crazy, man.
Yeah.
I don't even remember liking that game that much.
It's well, it's a unique game, but I think it's more artificial. There's a lot of games where they're fairly common, but they're expensive, just because the market sort of decided that they were, or supposedly the more of conspiracy theorist people. You know, there's always those people think that like there's people out there that artificially, you know, inflated the demand of certain games
Right.
by doing, you know, who knows what. I don't even know what you would do. I guess if you found like a ton of new ones and then you didn't distribute them,
Yeah.
or something like that. I'm not sure what the legitimacy is of those conspiracy theories, though.
Makes sense. Yeah, really conspiracy theory kind of way.
It kind of sucks if you're just sort of casually collecting. Like I'm not. I'm still sort of the casual range collector. I'd like to obtain things cheaply. You know, I don't want to go too insane. But certain games like that are just not really obtainable unless you want to drop the cash
Right.
to get it. So I would enjoy it. I mean, if I had a copy, I would definitely play it. But
My Super Nintendo's broken actually. I went to
I
test
need
it
to buy
out.
one of those.
Really? Wasn't it working not that long ago?
Mine, no. I tested it right before going to PAX Prime, and that's when I discovered it was broken. Or maybe
okay.
no, it was before PAX. It was some PAX. I discovered it was broken, and then I forgot to bring my games, and I brought them with me to PAX Prime. But yeah, my Super Nintendo's definitely broken. I don't know.
That's a drag,
Those
dude.
things.
You can get them
Yeah.
pretty goddamn cheap on eBay, actually, Super Nintendos. So.
Yeah, it's just one. I don't know. It was my. For I only have ever had
Yeah,
one.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I wish I still had my one that worked, but I'm just gonna have to buy a new one. I tend to get
Once
a
I
bunch
started
of
being
old
able,
games.
whoops, sorry.
Sorry, it's when there's capture card things. I tend to buy like grab a bunch of old Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, like once I got other ones, my attachment to my original one started to fade, especially because mine was one of the ones that just turned yellow.
Oh yeah, mine's bright yellow. I still have it, even though it doesn't
Yeah.
work. It's a paperweight. It's bright yellow.
I've managed to get my hands on a few
Meteor storm
Super
inbound.
Nintendos that don't have that problem. They don't have that same plastic or something because they haven't yellowed. And I also have a mini Super Nintendo, which those are just fantastic. They're adorable.
The heck
I've
is
seen
a
those.
mini-
They re-released the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo before the end of their lifetime or lifetimes, and they are miniature. There's a
The Nintendo's top loader even.
yeah,
Right?
they're both
Yeah.
they're both a top loader. The Nintendo one is a top loader too. They call it the it's actually irritating because they call the original a toaster,
Yeah, it's
which
funny.
bugs me because the mini version seems more like a toaster to me, like top loading. But I guess more people out there have front loading toasters or something. The newer one is called Slim, I think, or I can't remember now. It's been a little while since I
I
searched
think that's
for it.
the NES I might have. Was
Might just call it top loader. Does it top load? If so,
I don't know.
then
It's,
yes.
it's still in the box, and I took it out.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for this house for ages and ages, sitting in the box.
Whenever we cleaned
Wow.
out my garage, I found my my original Nintendo box. Actually, I still have it. I brought it inside.
Oh, wow.
It's in really good shape. It's got the price tag and everything on it.
You know,
It's,
those aren't worth as much as you would think.
Yeah, I didn't think it probably would be. Because I mean, it doesn't have anything, but it's just a box. You know what I mean? Nothing inside.
Yeah.
But
Let me see
I
though.
still
Well, the
kept it.
box is still pretty important. Let me see
No,
what
it's-
the complete...
It's still in its box, not for like any collectible reason, just because I'd never bothered to take it out. Because like it was something I
Right.
picked up way later, and it's just like I'll get it out eventually. Now with this capture thing, when it turns up, I should have a reason to actually take it out. Old random NES games as well. I found that ridiculously hard one, the Top Gun one,
Meteor storm
one that no one can
Oh
ever
God, Top Gun.
bloody finish because it can't land the
Wow.
bloody plane.
Yeah.
I just found... Man, I'm looking at completed listings. There's actually a lot of complete in box like Nintendo action sets and stuff that they're selling for like $80.
Wow.
There's a Sega Dreamcast first model complete in box sold for $40.
What?
$30 shipping.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of
You
crazy
wanna
or
go
not really, we should end the episode. So
shake
thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh yeah,
Hope you
bye-bye.
enjoyed.
See you
Bye.
next time.